than just jokes. I mean, yes, it's great to do comedy and make people laugh with it, but it is more appreciated as an art form. Who was the guy, Megan Pifus, that was on AGT?
Mm-hmm.
Did not do comedy. She sang. Terry didn't do a lot of comedy. I think his was just straight impressions.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, I coach people that use it to teach language challenged kids or to give lectures, whatever. So there's a lot of people that spread the word even, you know, the different things that it's used for now. And it's more respected now as an art form than ever. Mm-hmm. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that it's a fast growing art form.
Oh, I believe so. Now, I have to ask you a couple more questions.
Please.
One of which is, you saw the Ed Sullivan Show as a child.
Yeah.
Later on, you were on it.
Yeah.
That had to be an incredible experience. Can you share with me any memories you have about that, meeting Ed Sullivan? How did you feel?
Vividly. When I was 12, going back to that Los Amigos trailer park time, I was introduced one Saturday night, and the guy, his name was Cy Nickum. He was a snake exhibitor from Colorado. They used to winter down there. And he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the young man that's coming out here, mark my words, one day you're going to see him on the Ed Sullivan Show." And so I had this image of me going to New York. Now, from Brownsville, Texas, which at the time I considered the armpit of the world, to New York was quite a stretch, much less to New York and the Ed Sullivan Theater and being on the show. But I did have this kind of vision or epiphany, right?
Okay.
That I was actually going to do that. So I was in Las Vegas working with Connie Stevens and the Righteous Brothers as an opening act. And coincidentally,
I used to have a crush on her. I'm sorry.
Oh, I did too.
Connie Stevens.
Yes, I did too.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
Everybody did. And Ed Sullivan was in the audience. 2 weeks later, I get a telegram. Back in those days, they used to send telegrams confirming this, that, a telegram asking me if I wanted to be on the Ed Sullivan Show. And it was signed, or little tape things with typing on there, Mark Letty, who was the agent for that show. And so I knew it was serious business. Of course, the answer was yes. And I got to the theater in New York, and my dressing room was on the 3rd floor. And as I got to the door and opened it, I flashed back to when I was 12. And I opened that door, and that dressing room, it scared me because it was exactly like I had pictured when that guy, when I was 12, and he said, "Someday you're going to see this young man."